Okay, good morning. How's everybody today? It is 11:42 down here, which is a quarter to 12 up, which is a quarter to 12, and it's a quarter to 1 up there. What are you gonna do? It's still morning, folks. That's where my head is at. Sorry things are going a little slow or late today. I don't have a lot to talk about. We have some issues going on with the family, some health issues that we have to take care of. So far, nothing critical, so you can all relax. I'll be here tomorrow. All right, what's going on? All right, Vance has agreed to debate Waltz. I'm not sure that's a great idea because you're what I've seen of the Democrats is that they don't allow issues to to interfere with what they want to say. You know, they don't allow. They just Trump, even though he wasn't completely in control of everything in the last debate with the Biden, managed to not answer most of the questions directly, which is what a debate's supposed to be about. You discuss the question. You can ask back and forth if you want. I think these aren't debates. These are two people standing up there making statements with one with a rebuttal from the other person. You should give them 2-minute time limits. Let them come back and forth at each other. I think that'd be more fun. But Vance isn't a good debater because Vance isn't honest. And to be a good debater, you more or less have to be honest. You got to keep the bullshit out of it because if the bullshit's there, people are going to see that right away. That's what it's all about. That's why they want it done the way it's done. All right, that takes care of that issue. I still see these articles coming up about everybody's claiming that Trump is collapsing mentally. And when they show these cuts and they're cuts, they're selective cuts, which I don't like. I like to see the whole thing, and then I can figure out whether they're telling me the truth. It's kind of hard to decide, because this is Donald Trump. This is what he is. This is what he says. This is how he acts. I don't know whether he's losing his mind or not. I know he's batshit crazy, but that's got nothing to do with losing his mind. I don't think. And one of the funny things that happened yesterday was he went to North Carolina to do a rally, and he was told he had to pay $82,000. He had to sign a check for $82,000 before they let him on stage because they owed money from the last time. And this is the thing that people don't understand about Donald Trump. You think he's this great humanitarian. Go around the country to the place he's been and find out if they've been paid. Okay? Whether they're a mega state or not, go around the country. Check out the places he's been last year, this year. See if they get paid. He owes Washington, D.C. a ton of money. And I think they should just, pick him up and throw him in jail for that. What's that called? Debtor's prison? I don't know whether they still have that or not. But he says he comes back with it's an administration clerical error, or he doesn't pay for things when things don't go the way he wants them to go, and it's stupid. They're not going the way you want them to go because people don't really like you. The closest people to you are there because they're looking for work. They want to be able to get in on the let's see how much we can steal from the American public, the scam that you're running, That's, it's about as far as I can go with that one because I don't have a lot of proof. I just forgot the name. This happens to me sometimes. You all know about this. I lose my memory every once in a while. That's par for the course. I just see this video that's put up. Voices from the collection, the Kennedy assassination songs. Whoa. Whew. I want to talk about somebody, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name. So hold on while I try to get a memory fix here, because I know it's about the concert that these people are going to do. Don't you know when you look for something you can't find it, when you don't want to see it, it's all over the internet? Did you ever notice that? Da, 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 da. Not interested in you, Donald. I'm looking for somebody else, and I can't find it. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let me see something. Do they have an entertainment? No, they don't. Let's try. Okay. We'll go over here. I know it's boring and it's distracting when I do this shit, but you gotta understand, you know, I'm dealing with I wouldn't say a mental break, but you know, I'm having a problem here. Could be a mental break. This happens to me all the time, but I usually can get it to remember, but I have to not even talk at all. I'd be just ignoring you. Taylor Swift, that's the one I was talking about. She's going to do her concert in London. They start 4 days, I think, with some of the toughest security you're ever going to see for a concert. I got some noise going on. I don't know whether it's construction upstairs. I hope it's construction upstairs, because if it's downstairs, I'm getting the hell out of here. There was a bunch of multiple arrests made in the Matthew Perry death. I know you know Matthew Perry from Friends. Not one of my favorite shows. He's a good actor. I thought he was great. Yeah, she's at. He was good in his part, but the thing was he couldn't do anything else after that. And I didn't realize how badly he was involved in drugs. But apparently his death was criminal now. So you know, that's always something you can't wait to see that, you know, in a ad or something like that, you know. Oh, here's a little political stuff. RFK Jr. makes an offer to Kamala. Kamala responds, well, you know, take a hike, pal. We don't need you. No wackos allowed. Something to that effect, you know. And I got Vance's military record. I told you I was going to check on that. He was a journalist, you know, which I'm sorry, but that isn't up there with the, you know, some of the other people I've met in my lifetime. And today, Woodstock started, 1969. Now, I was at Woodstock, okay, but unlike a lot of other people that said they saw this act, they saw that act, I say I have vague memories of that time I spent there. I know I was 2 days late for work at the end of the concert. It took me an extra 2 days to get out of there. I remember waking up to Jimi Hendrix's Star Spangled Banner the last day of the concert and looking around and said, holy shit, look at all this mud, you know. And I was just, you know, a crazy guy. I didn't get to see her. You know, I saw a lot of people. I'm sure I did. I was there for the whole concert, but you know, I was twisted out of my mind when what's his name got up on stage, which I can't remember the name right now, and said, "Be careful, there's a lot of brown acid out there." Well, it was far too late to warn people about that at that point in time. Okay, I was a space cadet by then. But it was an amazing thing. You know, it was like when I was a kid. I remember, when I was 21, which was what, 57 years ago. I went to. I used to go to Times Square on New Year's Eve. You know, this is before 9/11, and they made it, look like a prisoner of war camp. You could walk in and out, whenever you wanted to. You know, it was no big deal. But the thing I remember most about that was when you were there, everybody was a friend. You know, yeah, man, Happy New Year, kissing everybody, hugging everybody, having a great time. On the walk back to the car, you might get shot. You know, but that was different. It's the same thing at Woodstock. Woodstock was a party till it was time to go home. You know, people yelling at each other. Some people that were still stoned and everything were having a good time. But it wasn't as bad as everybody says it was. I had a good time. And I kind of understood something about it that I don't think a lot of people understood, that you could never duplicate that. That was a once in a lifetime project that happened, and nobody got rich and famous off of it, They were either rich and famous when they got there. They might have got a little bit more rich and famous, but you were not going to, get wealthy from that concert. That was more or less a anti-war concert too. So there were most of the young people did not want to go to war. Didn't want anything to do with it. That's why there's a rumor that Trump wants to reinstigate the draft so that he can keep young people in check, so that he doesn't have the problems that he had, that Nixon and other folks have had with the protesting and everything like that. Well, dude, good luck with that. There's a lot of things Trump wants to do that require military doing it for him. And I'm not sure, pardon me, and I'm not sure how loyal the military is going to be to him, I really can't sit around and say, oh, they're going to do what he says. I don't think so. I don't, because he screwed too many veterans, And I know the American Indian isn't on his side, So don't know. They won't be voting for him if they bother to vote. They don't like either side. They tend not to vote. They don't do the voting for lesser of two evils that a lot of people do. I wouldn't vote for president when I saw it. If it was a couple times when it came down to just pick a side that isn't as bad as the other side. I voted because the local issues were important to me, and I knew my vote would really count there. So I would vote there. I would vote on in the state. I would vote on what do they call it? Ecological issues. Dealing with fishing, farming, stuff like that. Conservation. Well, look. Like I said, I don't have a lot to talk about today because there's not a lot to talk about. This is a strange campaign. They're not. Trump is just a repeat. People aren't posting a lot about Donald Trump because it's the same old thing every day. But the thing I said that I've said in the beginning of this thing was that I don't think they're going to keep him once he's president. All they want is a Republican or somebody in the office that they can control, and they can't control Donald. You're seeing it now. Donald's always got has this giant ego, and they're going to have to do something. And I don't know what they're going to do, but I honestly don't see him making it through his first year without being removed somehow or another. And it won't be by impeachment, that's for sure. They're going to have to do something else. I don't know how they plan on doing it, but we'll see. All right, listen. Have a good day. It's hotter than you know what. I got a phone call. Talk to you later.